Uh-oh, that's not what I wanted.
Our small group of survivors enters the medical room together. I've never seen how this testing machine works, I say to the others in the room. My words piped into their ears by proximity voice chat. Is it alright if I try it out? One of the more experienced group members says sure.
Yeah, for sure, it's pretty nifty.
Then another player hops onto the testing table. I press the button to begin the test and the old-fashioned computer begins to process. When it's finished, a giant infected warning appears on the screen, visible only to me. It says he's clean, I lie, and the group begins to disperse.
Okay.
Oh, that was anticlimactic.
My infected partner gets up from the table, and each of us follows a different innocent player from the room, ready to kill them as soon as we're out of earshot of the group. These tense cat and mouse moments are what Deceit 2 is all about, and its consistent ability to create a wide variety of them through mini-games, phases, and even items is what makes this first-person social deception game one I'll be keeping my eyes on.
Uh-oh, why am I'm being killed?
Because there's thingy on here.
Set in a Lovecraft-like world, a sinister game master has trapped a group of 6 to 9 people in an abandoned asylum.
Now you've dubbed me into this monster.
Fitting them with strange wristbands that allow them to harvest energy through performing ritualized activities. But that's not all they can do. Activating the wristbands before each round, the Game Master turns 2 of the victims into Eldritch monstrosities, masquerading as humans, to kill the others and appease the dark gods he serves. To win a game, innocent players need to complete enough tasks in each of the asylum's many small rooms to earn the escape key, or discover and banish both infected players. Infected players need to isolate and kill all the innocent players without being discovered, or use deception to turn innocent players against each other. They can also speed the killing process up by secretly sacrificing their own blood on altars around the asylum to draw everyone into the in-between, a dark and dangerous parallel world where their powers can fully manifest through their rampaging terror forms. A lone guardian player is also in the mix, using their mystical powers to rescue dying players captured by the infected.
No. I broke free.
Taking the task management and who the heck is the imposter dynamic of Among Us and merging it with the oh my god it's coming for us run intensity of Dead by Daylight was a tantalizing prospect.
I'm on the run.
Other social deception games have these elements, but Deceit 2 differentiates itself by giving players currency when they complete tasks. They can then use that currency at the central item shop, giving them access to a ton of different items that will give them a better chance to survive or slaughter by leaning into specific mechanics. The clipboard, for example, is a fantastic item for survivors. It has randomized pieces of information about each character, so players can piece things together to figure out who is likely to be innocent and who isn't.
I am normal.
I'm just far from normal.
The pistol is too weak to harm the infected in the in-between, but if you suspect a player of being infected, you can use its limited ammo to shoot and knock them down while they're in reality, assuming you have another player nearby to help you vote to banish them.
I think it's you.
Innocent players aren't the only ones who can buy helpful items from the shop, however. Infected players can buy the muzzle, which can be secretly attached to other players or yourself, keeping the muzzled player from talking for a while.
If you're infected, then that's
Can someone use the mask?
Helpful as that is, it can't stop them from writing on the chalkboard, and so the manipulation continues. The mask also lets the user disguise themselves as any other player, which is great for framing others and manipulating things in your favor.
Who just did that downstairs?
On an even higher level, the bag scanner lets you see into other people's inventories, which is helpful if you're innocent and see someone carrying a muzzle or mask. Or if you want to sow discord, you can just lie about what you see, since, like with the testing machine, the results are only visible to the user.
He's infected!
Handcuffs are also available, which keep players from doing anything except running and jumping, and you can put them on other players or yourself. There are tons of ways to avoid being killed, help yourself rack up more kills, or even play the victim, and each adds a fun wrinkle to matches.
I can't aim! Stop moving!
An important thing to note is this is just 6 of the 27 items in Deceit 2. There are also invisibility items, teleporters, CCTV tablets, grenades, traps, cameras, walkie-talkies, decoys, trackers, repair tools, blood alarms, and more.
Run!
Each one I tried during my play session was fun to mess around with, and I couldn't help but be reminded of a MOBA shop, where a purchase let me lean into different aspects of the game, letting me express myself with my choices. Not only that, but the development team behind Deceit 2 is going to launch the game at an impressive $15, with more items, terrors, locations, and even new roles set to be added to the game after launch by way of small $5 expansions.
Shower gang, come shower with me.
Despite a small number of bugs, including an issue with the proximity voice chat, Deceit 2 so far delivers on a standard of quality I've come to expect from social deception games. Then it adds a satisfying level of mechanical self-expression on top. Because of this, I'm excited by the prospect of each new session, which is all I can really ask of Deceit 2. And it's why I'll be gathering my own friends and family for games when it's released.
What the f***? I'm doing tasks!
For more previews of the biggest upcoming games, don't miss our recent hands-on impressions with Lords of the Fallen and Flashback 2. And for everything else in the world of video games, stick with IGN.
Run!